Well, let me start. This induction means a lot to my family. My entire adult life is about four blocks north of where we're standing. I came in '63 to an incredible group of athletes, and it was almost unbelievable. My first two teammates are Gene and Clint Jones, first team All-American football players, but they were also the number 1 and 2 hurdlers in America. And basically, I've got to spend some time on the people here that have supported all the way. My wife of 53 years, and Judy, we met on a blind date. We met on a blind date set up by one of my track buddies. My oldest daughter, who just put the jacket on, flew from Okinawa, Japan 3 days ago. She works for the Department of Defense as a speech path teacher. And my youngest daughter, AJ, come from Southern Illinois. And Judy, my wife's sister, flew in from Fort Worth. And they always tell me, not Dallas. I don't know why. We'd have to check with them, but there's something. But the people, like I started out, that were at this university were just, they were national champions. By the time we were juniors, they were national champions in football, soccer, wrestling, and it was just across the board. In my junior year, they won every single Big Ten title except golf and swimming, and you couldn't win swimming because Doc Councilman from Indiana had every Olympic swimmer. But we had just across the board, it was almost unbelievable. I'm going to name a few. I have to, because I might have 20 people in the crowd that I competed with. And normally you come for 4 years. I came in 1963, but I ended up ending my running career in 1974. So the people in my class, the Daz Campbell, he's the captain of my team, and Raul Carter, an 18-foot pole vaulter. And these people are in the crowd. Gene and Clint couldn't. Both of them called me 3 times in the last 2 weeks. And we won 3 Big Ten titles, and I'd have to give Duffy part of the credit. Duffy allowed those guys, in today's world, not a chance. But they were unbelievable track runners. Jim Summers, the starting cornerback, was our sprinter. And again, went on for another 7 years after college. 3 of the guys in that group that I trained with every night are in the Hall of Fame now. Ken Popejoy broke the 4-minute mile 7 times in a row. Bill Wirwine might be the best runner I ever saw in my 13 years of running, and he's in the Hall of Fame. Bob Castleman couldn't be here tonight, 14-time Big Ten champion. And I recruited him out of high school. He's going to Notre Dame. I said, you go to Notre Dame, you'll be a good runner. All the people in his Catholic, Grand Rapids Catholic Central High School said, you're going home. You're going to South Bend. I said, you go to South Bend, you'll be a good runner. Come here, you'll train with me, you'll be all over the world. And he was. And it was the next step beyond this great bunch of people. I've got to mention 2 other guys. Mike Murphy might have bothered the athletic department more than any one human could to get me in. And I think they finally said, we got to stop him calling, so put him in. And John Mock was an 800-meter runner. When I switched from a 110-yard race to a 400-yard race, I need an 800-meter runner to train with, and he trained with me for the next 8 years. And so I mentioned those guys. Last move on the way out is that I am a basketball freak. Terry Braverman is sitting with my family. He was the announcer for basketball and football for 20 years. And Magic Johnson was playing basketball. I said, this is the most entertaining, most unbelievable athlete I've ever seen in my life. So in Salt Lake City, I paid $600. I think I was making $15,000 a year as a gym teacher at the time. I spent $600, and 2 guys, both of them are here. Keith Coates and Bill Lang are with me. We get there, Terry sees me in the lobby and he said, "Bob, where are your tickets?" And I said, "Against the ceiling." And he said, "Come to my room. The bed is covered. You can't see the bed for tickets." He said, "Give me your tickets." And Terry said he could lose his whole historical background, but he reached in and handed us 3 tickets on the 50-yard line in the 10th row. And he made a good weekend and an incredible weekend. And one more step on the basketball end, my daughters just said one thing: "I want a picture with Draymond Green." And one of them bullied in, the one who put the jacket on. She's got a picture. I don't know how she pulled it off. I was talking while she did it. And my sister-in-law, my wife's sister, she got it the same. So they've hit Draymond some way or another. And I apologize for all those I missed. I mentioned names from my era. There was so many more. I apologize for those that I can't. And all I can say to finish is, go beautiful Green.